run himself away. They are able to lock down Abed, and he's going to be the first casualty. Dubu, open wounds, will be killed off by U9. Now Kaka just going to take a solo epicenter right to the head. Swap back onto U9. They know he burned his rage, but they know Mason just barely has enough mana for that second stun. Looks like Bulba, our Harry Potter boy, going to be helping out secure a trip.
They are going to see the lifesteal there, but they ignore him.
Going in, the Lina kill would be really nice here. They clip it with the Boundless Strike, hopping down out of the trees, and she never even had a moment to react. 2 TPs coming in, though. This could be pretty big. Monkey King still doesn't have his ult, but they bust down the golems. Kaka has to roll right out of there as KP is going to pop his ult a little preemptively there. Mason's still very much alive. Throws out another stun, and they get Abed right as his ult ends. KP just bursted down. It's now 9-3 in DC. They're feeling pretty on top of the world. They've got golems to help punch down this tower.
They're smoked up. They can find Warlock. It's going to be really good.
Yeah, they go in. They're blasting down Warlock. Mason's going to be trying to swap his friend to freedom, and there's going to be a Monkey King jumping down with the Wukong's command. Going to be helping to finish off that Earth Spirit, but looks like they're not done with that. They will take out the Lina as well. Got the rules onto Faith, who's going to be frostbiting up the Sand King, but Faith is still in some serious trouble. It looks like it's going to be a null for 3. Very good trade there for DC, just really.
Whoever can get the better initiation off, if he can find the silence out of Warlock.
Oh, Abed just gets blasted here. Gonna be taking a bunch of ults and debuts as BKB. Don't really know what his chances of survival were, but unfortunately that means his big BKB charge is down. Looks like the rest of Dire are going to continue to pressure here. Demon just really isolated, not in a great position here. Does have a TP, but certainly can't be living long enough to do that. He's just YOLOing up here. Tier 3s don't mean no thang. Looks like he's living a lot longer than he was supposed to. Meanwhile, Mason, our carry event, picked off as well, so DC just...
But yeah, even after they get that kill, the only lane they farmed was mid lane, while Newbie farmed mid, top, and the jungle.
Running here. Looks like U9's going to walk straight into a very unpleasant situation. Does end up dropping his Aegis here. Dubu is still hanging out in that Wukong's command. We'll see what happens here as Abed just lets loose the ult, but it's not going to be doing much. KP, like you mentioned, just letting that borrowed time rock out. There is going to be a Magnetize doing a fair amount of damage to all of DC right now. And, well, the Crystal Maiden's done. They will be able to secure the kill on the Abaddon after all. And all of DC, they're still up and fighting spare. The Monkey King Mason getting solo finally does drop. And now Kaka going to be focused down by the remaining DC heroes. It's an ultra kill for Abed, who taunts his way out of that fight. Good boy.
Out of that fight. There we go.
Yeah.
That's what we're all here to see.
Okay. Looks like he's going in for the Bloodthorn. Abed just ready to take no prisoners, get that silence going, start tearing people apart. There's going to be, unfortunately, Earth Spirit just way out of position, trying to be sneaky, but that's going to end up costing him. They do get the Boundless Strike onto U9, but not quite quick enough to catch all the way up to him. But DC showing some signs of life. Really a great initiation. They go in and, well, they don't find what they're looking for, as Bulba's just a little bit too quick. Now it looks like Radiant, they're going to get the initiation they want. Dropping out the Wukong's command for Faith, who does make her way out of the circle. Now DC kind of forced to fight at a very awkward choke point. They're still wrapping around though. They still want to take this. And it looks like Vengeful Spirit is going to get caught here. Ult drop down, does connect onto a couple. Bulba just charging through with that Epi, but he's going to get locked down. Yule's uppercut to delay the inevitable as Abed starts going to town. Dubu jumping back down. Everyone trying to do whatever they can here. Bulba getting so low. It looks like he may eventually fall. Oh my, he takes the urn. He's going to be trying to just sit back and relax in that sandstorm, but Harry Potter, do you got this? Looks like he's maybe looking for deny. No, heal goes back up. Meanwhile, KP does get the kill onto Dubu. Somehow Bulba's still up and fighting, and they might be able to find the kill on this Abaddon. Abaddon still no ult for 10 more seconds. Can they kill him quick enough? KP goes in and will be killed. Bulba turns it around, lives the entire time. It looks like the smoke is going to pop. They see U9, they see Crystal Maiden. Boulder tossed out, does get this done on the Shadow Fiend, as Bulba's the one to make the first move. Dubu's going to be hopping down, goes for the Wukong's command, placed too far into the trees. There is going to be that Lotus Orb sprayed out. KP hopping into a premature ult. Save that one a little bit as Boundless Strike comes in. Bulba again, double man burrow. Oh my goodness, this is getting nasty though. Unfortunately, Bulba does die. Magnetized, sprayed out. It's a godlike streak for Abed, who's BKB just trying to man up against U9, going forward, taking out CCC. Oh my. This is big. That's going to be a huge wipe, although Faith is back in the fight. There's going to be buybacks all around. SCCC buys back in to get the kill onto
Money to burn.
Well, Abed potentially could get jumped here as KP makes his way out of the woods. Kaka going forward. They do get that temporary stun up, but this is tricky. Abed is real gosh darn tanky. And now Bulba is starting to shoot through KP, but
They don't want to touch
KP is just running at this. Yeah, he's just going forward. Now going to be popping his ult. Abed with that Satanic going to be eating up the Crystal Maiden. Here we go in the back line. There's a Wukong's command, but they kill off the Monkey King.
No,
Lina going to lose her life for this, though. Mason's still up, and Bulba just goes forward. They punish Abba for already using his ult. U9 stuck in the trees. Will get swapped to freedom, but looks like he's just going to be trying to take a quick vacation. Does get stoned up and slapped across the river, so the rest of Newbie will be able to escape, but DC
also don't really want to farm. Abed sitting on 7,600 gold here. He's just sitting in front of the base. He wants to push.
Yeah, and they're going in. Mason going to be BKB'd up, and they will get exactly what they're looking for. That's the initiation they need. Buyback on the Earth Spirit coming out as KP uses his ult up. And there is going to be Mason just sitting back. You've got Dubu Shadowbladed in the pit. KP just going forward, and they can't find any kills there. We got Abed now moving in. There's a Light Strike Array. Only clips onto one as Abed is magic immune. Now U9 is back in, and he's angry. He's munching up onto Abed, who eats up the cheese. Mason's going to respawn with that Aegis. A Light Strike Array kicking back in. The Requiem comes forward as they want to eat up this Abaddon. He's silenced. He will get off his ult. Boundless Strike clips onto two, and Abed is still moving forward. Bulba trying to be a hero here. Light Strike Array connects onto no one. Abed getting low. He doesn't have anything at his disposal. Crystal Maiden going for a nice ult. Abed now trapped here. Oh, this is huge. Abed goes down, does have buyback. There's buyback onto Bulba as well, but now DC, they gotta run. They gotta minimize loss here. 3
Second line.
Radiant's middle
It's
tower is
quite a lot.
under attack.
There we go.
Radiant
Back row
structures
protection
are
broken. The
fortified.
fortify is going to be done soon. Buyback on the Shadow Fiend. As he's looking to charge back in here, but ult's coming back on the side of Newbie. You really just got Crystal Maiden. You're waiting for another 15 seconds. U9 moving forward. Rax finally cracked. Now Bulba just trying to hold back with Dire. Get that stun onto Kaka. Another set of golems dropped, and this time in combination with Bulba's ult, they're doing a ton of damage. U9 getting so low, and he does go down. He has buyback here. Now Abaddon going to be ulting up, sponging some damage for his team. SCCC in some trouble, does go down. This is huge. They're turning this right back around. Faith, one of the only survivors, and is going to get picked off. There's no way he lived through that as Monkey King just jumps right over her corpse. The only survivor there is the Earth Spirit waddling back across the river. We've got that. I don't know if they can hold this. Abed is right-clicking like a machine here, doing god-tier damage. He's sitting on 4k gold for himself as well. They take one lane of racks. They're going in for a second lane of super creeps. Fortify being spent as Newbie might be making their last hold here. They're going in. Immediate silence onto the Earth Spirit as well. He's dead. He already bought back. There's a gem on the deck. Swap back forward. SCCC just trying to blink away. They will Laguna Blade Mason, but Mason's just fine. And look at this. They get the first hit bash onto U9. This is going to be it. That's game. Onyx, DC, they just took a game against Newbie. This is a best of
to help secure him quite a good game. But I mean, overall, I think they look pretty good. They play well together as a team. They make
Hate to cut you off, but bottom lane looks like Sven's going to be in a world of hurt as the Sunstrike from Abed comes in.
Now Newbie are smoked up and they get their smoke popped.
They know what's going on. Going to be a solo Dream Coil onto Dubu. He push golems and then just sit back and relax. They're bringing in the Monkey King. Also, as a duel comes forward, Bulba finding what he needs to, but KP just hammering on him. They do find that victory onto Bulba. Dubu does eventually go down to U9's sword, but Abed starting to lay in, gets the kill on Kaipi. Oh my, they go in. They will be able to find a tornado to stall out the fight. Bulba blinking back to freedom, and that's going to smoke breaks, and it will be when Mason goes ahead and TPs into the shrine area. So they're going to take the long route around, pinging all the way up to this high ground, and Demon going to be their frontliner here. They go in, they will get the stomp, and now Sven follows up, just looking for a target, can't seem to find one. This time does get off the BKB before the duel comes out. He gets low, but Sven's going to take out two, does lose his own life, as Kaka's just chilling in this circle, hiding behind the trees. Abed's Invoker goes forward, trying to disrupt the Centaur, trying to do as much damage as possible, and they will be able to get the Centaur down. Definitely keep their eyes on.
Yup, and now U9 picks up his Blink Dagger, so he can have a bit of a better time getting around in these team fights. But for example, if they jump anyone that's not Sven, Sven pretty much has free reign all over these team fights when he charges in with his BKB.
Look at that tornado.
Alright,
Did Abed really just snipe that? Wow, okay.
Know that there's no Warlock ultimate, so they're trying to push their advantage right now, trying to force Newbie into a bit of an awkward fight, but U9 does have a Blink Dagger right now. This could be pretty bad for DC if they group up for this.
Monkey King just going in, Boundless Strike comes forward, he's going to be stunned temporarily, U9's going to get dueled here, doing a ton of damage, cutting through two. Not only a dual victor, but takes out a second victim. Now he's just going to be running for his life, dodges out the tornado, but Zombie's still hot on his heels. U9, will he be able to live through this? Another Warcry, find himself some more time, stunning up the Undying, clears out the zombies, but will finally fall victim to another decay. It's going to be Mason running for the hills here as Kaka can't continue to press through that Chakram. So it will be a Sven for 3. Not an ideal trade, but now Roche can be taken by Newbie if they want to go for this. They're looking for Dubu here. That tornado, wow, there. 2 heroes call up all in. That is Centaur. Gonna be burned down. Abed, please relax. He kills off Kaka. Takes out another with the Sunstrike. Man, this guy's unstoppable. My
That's
God.
right, unstoppable indeed. And now to look at Roshan. All the heroes on DC are pretty much respawned from that long, extended team fight. And that looked bad for DC. And then they just came right back.
Abed, God, man. If somehow DC turned this around, this is on him, as there's going to be a duel moving forward. Bulba helping to secure potentially a solid victory there. They swap forward the bench because she had this stun. Finish him off with a deafening blast. This is cohesion. DC.
They keep going for these smoke ganks when they just don't have lanes pushed out. It takes them so long. And now, Kaka might get caught here, but he's going to push out a bit.
Oh, but he's sitting underneath the Dire Ward. Sucks. That's just such unfortunate positioning, and that's going to be another quick duel for Bulba. Now sitting at 62 bonus duel victory damage, and yeah, he's getting pretty big there. Mid lane, we are going to have our Aegis reclaimed, so Invoker sitting with an extra slot, and he's ready to go ahead and pressure high ground with or without this Aegis. It seems like with the Monkey King down, this is the time. This is where their AoE damage is a little bit lacking. They just got to get the whole DC crew in and really coordinate their efforts, and they can definitely do this.
Yeah, Invoker's so close to the whole 25 power spike as well. Probably won't get in here unless some heroes start dying, but this upheaval is quite hard to push into.
They are going to go ahead and get Mason chilling a little bit. Puck moving forward, tossing out that Team 12, but you can tell Newbie a little bit stumped on how to fight this, what stuff they're going to give up, you know, what resources they're going to use. Do they drop golems now? Do they use Sven's BKB now? It's pretty tough, and this tower does end up going down to Abed's 4Gs. That's going to be just a quick retreat from DC. They got everything they wanted.
Stables, anything off of Invoker pretty much. He's just chipping away at these mid-racks.
Silence up onto Mason, but again, Timbersaw doesn't particularly care. Gonna be focused down here, but the rest of the team now has a big chance to react. Ben swaps herself in, tries to save Mason, will go down herself, but Mason's still up. Dubu taking a lot of damage, trying to crawl through this upheaval. There is gonna be a duel, as finally Bulba finds another one. He's just slaying. Still got his BKB rolling. They will be able to kill off the Warlock as well. KP goes in, gets a double man stomp, and tries to find that double edge, but it doesn't seem like it's enough here. The silence onto Invoker. A little bit scary, but Abed keeps his cool, and now Kaka going to be clipped down by Mason's Chakram as well. This is not looking easy to fight. Mason zoning everyone back, while Invoker's little Forge Spirits start chipping away on these melee racks. Still keeps control. U9 now back in it. Gotta be careful, but all his mana's burn up. He doesn't even have enough for a stun. KP getting very low as well. This tanky Centaur, not really feeling tanky at all. He's got a heart and a hood, but you can't even tell. He's just melting and gets disarmed there. Finished off by Bulba. Look at that teamwork just going in. They even get Puck caught up in that tornado. This is feeling like suddenly Newbie are crumbling. DC are executing so well here. They just gotta be careful not to throw right now. Kaka gets too caught out, but they get the cold snap on him as well. Finish him off. His body's gonna hit the floor. Gems are flopping around. Abed is godlike, and this is DC just taking back the reins of this.
Reset the fight. It looks pretty hard.
Abed now making his way forward. SCCC gonna get caught in the tornado. Centaur very patiently going in, finds the stomp onto Mason, while U9 is gonna go ahead, focus down Dubu, but Dubu's still alive, Mason's still alive as well. Golem's drop connects onto the 3, this is gonna be huge. Well, Mason Mason's already going to be going down. Buys right back in. They should be able to find a kill and leave the commander. Now Abed, he's silenced. This is going to be scary. He's going to be respawning with the Aegis, but I don't think he's going to be able to live through this. Nubu finished off, drops the gem. Abed, he's fighting. He's got his BKB rolling, but it's him versus the entire world. His teammates just aren't there to help him out. He does make it back up to safe high ground. Is he going to actually be able to escape this? It looks like he played this just right. And he's going to be ghost walking to freedom. Puck has that gem.
BKBs. Monkey King just picked up his 10-second BKB, so he's pretty dangerous.
Well, yeah.
Quite a dangerous spot.
He's in a lot of danger there, I tell you what. Easy pick
no
for
buyback on the Monkey.
So, yeah, Gem of True Sight dropped as Balbo rakes in another one. Almost 100 extra dual damage on him. They're going in. Looks like Sven finds himself an opening as, wow, that Undying is super dead. And now U9 gonna get blasted down. We got 3 BKBs in a little circle here, but U9, can he really stand up to the masterpiece that is Bulba? Looks like no, he's gonna be dying, and that's 112 seconds with no Sven, no buyback on the Sven. Abed, he's fighting for his life here, going in, gets another tornado onto the Warlock, and it looks like Warlock's gonna be struck down by the sun. Abed looking to close things out by killing off that puck. He's running back to his base, the lone survivor on his team. We've got a buyback on the Centaur, but I don't think that's gonna be enough. Looks like Abed and 4 Megas. Mason continuing to zone, but now it's going to be a little more difficult with 3 heroes up and in the fight. Another tornado and the EMP. This could be huge. There's a Dream Coil coming in, but Abed's BKB doesn't particularly care. Kaka comes in. He's going to get swapped out of his circle.
Nice.
That's going to be huge. There's a duel on him. This Monkey King is dead for 80 seconds, and this very well might be game. DC looking stronger than ever as they go forward, and they're ready to go and make this Megas. SCCC going to be going down. There will be one last Warlock ult into the upheaval. Casey is fighting for his life, but going to get dragged every which way. Mason making it back down to low ground. There's only 2 heroes left to defend the base. Newbie aren't tapping out to the bitter end, but it's looking real tricky to come back from this. This is the momentum swing that DC needed all game. They've been waiting for it. Vengeful Spirit taken out before her time, but all the racks are going down. It's now Mega Creeps for all the way in. Sven can clear creep waves pretty quickly, and so can Puck now, but that means the problem with the team fight is up for grabs. Now Stampede, just to keep this fast little piggy safe, as Kaka goes in, they're going to be getting out a nice boundless strike. Kaka going to be going in, little circle of death coming forward. DC, they got to hold this. They will get a nice duel off onto the Sven, and Sven, he's getting so low. He does go down. He has buyback. He's probably going to have to spend it here. Getting that right back up. Abed is still up and still fighting. Tier 4s are pretty heavily under attack as Abed God gets another one with a tornado into a Sunstrike. Demon left to hold off the entire team, and Mason just going to be dragging them around as Ubu, without any mana, just holds everyone in place. So Abed can go beyond godlike, get a triple kill, and seal the deal. DC take out Newbie 2-0 in the Kiev Major group stages.